In 2017, a cigar-shaped object named Oumuamua sliced through our solar system. Too fast, too strange. It raised suspicions we still can't answer. In 2019, 2I Borisov visited us. It looked like a comet. It acted like a comet. And we relaxed. We thought we understood. Now in 2025, the third alarm has sounded, and this time the anomalies are impossible to ignore. What is crossing our solar system right now looks like nothing we have ever seen. When the world's largest telescopes turned to face it, they found something that shouldn't exist in nature. The object is leaking, venting an alloyed metal that here on Earth we only know from industrial processes. This is 3I Atlas, the third confirmed interstellar visitor, and it is a violation of the rules. July 1, 2025. Early morning at Haleakala Observatory, Hawaii. The Atlas Telescope System, Asteroid Terrestrial Impact Last Alert System, was doing its routine work, scanning the sky for asteroids that might pose a threat to Earth. But that night, the algorithms detected something different, a point of light moving strangely. It wasn't following an elliptical orbit like objects in our system. Its trajectory was open, a hyperbola, a mathematical sentence that proves one thing: this object does not belong to us. It came from the darkness between the stars, and it's diving toward our sun, only to be slingshot back into the void. It's not staying, it's just a passenger. In the first hours after detection, astronomers around the world confirmed the discovery. Telescopes in Australia, Chile, Spain all pointed to the same coordinates, and all saw the same thing: an object coming from outside, from very, very far away. The official designation was assigned quickly: 3I Atlas. The 3I means third interstellar object. Cold, bureaucratic. A catalogue entry, not a name, but names don't matter when you're looking at something that traveled between the stars. At first, astronomers felt the familiar excitement of a new discovery, another messenger from another star system, a chance to study material that formed around a different sun, perhaps billions of years ago. But then, they analyzed its light, and the excitement turned to confusion. When a comet approaches the sun, heat begins to sublimate its ice. Gases escape from its surface. And those gases carry a signature, a chemical fingerprint that tells us where it came from and what it's made of. This is how we study comets. By the light they emit, by the spectrum that reveals which elements are being released into space. The Keck telescope, atop the Mauna Kea volcano in Hawaii, is one of the most powerful instruments on the planet. Its giant mirrors collected the light from 3I Atlas, and the spectrograph split it into thousands of wavelengths. What they found was wrong. Comets from our solar system release nickel and iron, always. These two elements are cosmic siblings. They form together in stars, travel together through space, and appear together in comets. But 3I Atlas was venting nickel and almost no iron. That alone would be enough to rewrite the books on planetary formation. But the mystery runs deeper. It wasn't just pure nickel. It was a specific compound, nickel tetracarbonyl. Let me repeat that. Nickel tetracarbonyl. A complicated name for something terribly simple. Here on Earth, we use this compound to purify nickel in industrial processes. It's created when carbon monoxide reacts with nickel under very specific conditions of temperature and pressure. It's a product of human industry. So how is it possible that an object that has wandered the interstellar vacuum for millions, perhaps billions, of years is venting something that looks like industrial exhaust? The question hangs in the air like smoke, and no one has an easy answer. Some scientists propose there must be natural processes we don't know about. Maybe the star system 3I Atlas came from has exotic chemistry. Maybe there are reactions we've never catalogued. But these are explanations trying to fit the impossible inside the possible. They're theories built on hope, because the strangeness isn't just chemical, it's physical. We know comets. They follow simple, predictable rules. The sun heats them, ice sublimates. The solar wind, that constant stream of charged particles the sun ejects, pushes the dust and gas away, and thus a tail forms, always pointing away from the sun. Always. It's a fundamental law, not a suggestion. A law 3-Eye Atlas, mocks this law. The images from the Hubble Space Telescope are clear, unequivocal. The object doesn't have a normal tail, it has a plume, an anomalous jet of material that is pointing toward the sun. It's the opposite of what should happen. It's behavior that defies our understanding of physics. Imagine a sailboat being pushed against the wind. Imagine water flowing uphill. Imagine gravity working in reverse. That's this level of impossibility. Scientists tried to explain it. Maybe it's an active jet, a geyser of gas erupting from one specific side of the object, creating an optical illusion. Maybe it's rotation. Maybe it's unusual composition. Maybe. But no one has been able to build a model that works. No computer simulation recreates what we're seeing. And when facts defy physics, forbidden theories begin to emerge. There's one man who isn't afraid to ask the question everyone else avoids. Dr. Avi Loeb, Harvard astrophysicist. One of the most respected and most controversial scientists in the world. It was Loeb who suggested, in 2017, that Oumuamua could be an alien solar sail, that its strange acceleration and elongated shape were consistent with technology, not nature. He was ridiculed for it, called a sensationalist, accused of seeking headlines. But Loeb didn't back down, and now he's connecting the dots again. Clue number 1, an industrial metallic alloy. Clue number 2, a propulsion jet that doesn't obey the sun. Clue number 3, a strangely precise orbit, aligned with the inner planets. Loeb's conclusion is cold and direct. We can no longer dismiss the hypothesis that 3-Eye Atlas is a technological artifact, a probe, perhaps ancient, perhaps damaged, leaking its fuel or shedding fragments of its own metallic structure as it crosses the solar system. A machine built by a civilization we don't know. Sent so long ago that the star of origin might not even exist anymore, it's a bold theory, disturbing, and at the moment impossible to refute. Because there's something else, something that transforms mystery into conspiracy. Early October 2025, just a few weeks ago. 3-Eye Atlas made its closest approach to Mars, just 5 million kilometers from the red planet, and we had an observer waiting, the Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter, MRO, a NASA probe equipped with the HiRISE camera. The most powerful lens we've ever sent into deep space. HiRISE can see details the size of a table on the surface of Mars, from an orbit hundreds of kilometers high, and now that camera was pointed at 3-Eye Atlas. The opportunity to take the sharpest, most detailed photo in history of an interstellar visitor. A photo that could end the debate. Show us if it's a rock or a machine. Between October 4th and 7th, the MRO executed its observation sequence. The images were captured, transmitted back to Earth, stored on NASA's servers. And since then, silence. We haven't seen the images. NASA hasn't released them. The official explanation is bureaucratic. A US government shutdown has furloughed the agency's communications department. No staff to process and approve the release of scientific data. It's a plausible justification. Governments shut down. Bureaucracy is slow. Or is it the most convenient silence in the history of astronomy? What did NASA see in those photos that requires so much preparation before being shown to the public? Images that could be released in hours have been withheld for weeks. And with each passing day, the question gets louder. Why? There are precedents for this. In 1976, Viking 1 photographed a formation on Mars that looked like a human face. NASA took years to release high-resolution images, proving it was just a mountain with shadows. But in that case, there was no urgency. There was no object leaving our solar system. 3-Eye Atlas won't wait for bureaucracy. It won't make a second pass. Right now, it's at its closest point to the sun, lost in the glare, invisible to our telescopes. But in November, it will emerge. November and December 2025. Just a few weeks from now. 3-Eye Atlas will reappear on the other side of the sun, moving away, accelerating back toward interstellar space. And the James Webb Space Telescope will be waiting, the most sophisticated instrument humanity has ever built, capable of seeing through cosmic dust, of detecting the most subtle thermal signatures, of capturing spectra with unprecedented precision. If 3I Atlas is a rock, Webb will show us. If it's ice and dust, we'll know. And if it's something else, well, then we'll know that too. There are two main theories right now. The skeptical theory says 3I Atlas is a natural comet, yes, but from a star system so exotic that its chemistry is simply new to us. The jet is an optical illusion, a matter of angle and perspective. The metal is a natural compound we've never catalogued, because we've never had the opportunity to study interstellar material up close. It's an explanation that preserves our worldview, that keeps the universe comfortable and predictable. The bold theory, the dark theory, is that Avi Loeb is right, that 3I Atlas is technology, a probe, perhaps too ancient to imagine, perhaps from a civilization that flourished and disappeared before Earth even existed, that we just witnessed and ignored the passage of an alien artifact through our solar system, that we're not alone, that we never were, and that the evidence is flying over our heads while we debate whether to believe what we're seeing. We won't have to wait long. In a matter of weeks, James Webb will point its instruments at 3I Atlas, the data will start coming in, and analysis will begin. And then comes the hardest part. It's not the science. Science is clear, objective. The numbers don't lie. The hard part is what comes after the numbers. The decision of what to do with the truth. This is not a mystery from the history books. It's not speculation about the distant past or the far future. This is happening now, over our heads. While you're watching this video, an object of unknown origin is crossing our solar system, defying our laws, leaking industrial compounds, behaving in ways we can't explain. And the best minds of humanity are split between two impossible possibilities. Either our understanding of nature is fundamentally incomplete, or we just detected evidence of non-human intelligence. Either way, the world is about to change. There's a third possibility, of course, the most disturbing of all. That we already have the answer, that the Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter images showed something definitive, and that this information is being withheld not by bureaucracy, but by decision. That someone, somewhere, already knows what 3I Atlas is, and decided we're not ready to know yet. The question is no longer just what is 3I Atlas. The question now is, what will Webb find, and what will they decide to tell us? In the coming weeks, one of those questions will be answered. Let's see if the other one will be too. Stay alert, look up, and remember, the universe is much bigger, much stranger, and much less empty than we'd like to believe. This is 3I Atlas, the third visitor, and it's showing us that the rules we thought we knew were never rules. They were just what we knew until now.